What's up, yo? This is Views Podcast, and this is your boy Derek. We at it again. I have some special guests in the building. If you listen to the end of our podcast, the previous one, you realize I said that if you send an email, we might actually get you on this platform. Well, we have a gentleman who thinks I'm sort of biased towards Shatta Wale, I guess. Yes, and he has his views he wants to express as well. I think we have a neutral person called Mr. Sayam, who also wants.
Am I neutral?
Are you neutral? Or Charlie, you do the bash me some.
Let's listen to his point of view.
Anyway, so I have two new guys on the platform. They're here to express their views. Nick and Sayam. Charlie, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you
for
it's
bringing
good
us
to
on
be
board.
here.
Yeah, so basically, Charlie, I'm here to listen to you guys, man. You think I'm biased, so what's up?
Yes. Concerning the incident, I'm going to go straight at it. I'm not even going to.
Yo! I nearly forgot, man. This podcast is sponsored by the Praetorium, man. I need to make money, bro.
Oh yes.
By the Praetorium. Praetorium is a perfect venue for your perfect occasion. They are into weddings, events, fashion shows, town hall meetings. Their hall can seat about 600 people, 600 packs, secure parking, standby generator, projector, ACs, fans, already fitted PA system. I mean, you name it. If you want to do a program, a show, that's the place to be. They are located on the Spintex Road inside East Airport International School. You can reach them on 0244926622 and take a tour with them. On Instagram, they are the Praetorium. On Twitter, at the Praetorium as well. Just call them and let them take you out on the tour. Okay, Nick, you were saying.
All right. Well, I like that. I like the shout out to your sponsors too.
Yeah, you need to make money, man.
Yes. I hope people actually do patronize it and not just, All right. Concerning the VGMAs, it's a rather unfortunate how things went down. I'm sure I can understand Chatter House being a bit sad with how the event really played out, because nobody likes, when two factions decide to air out that dirty laundry, especially on a neutral stage.
Yeah.
But I am on the opinion that in as much as the things happened the way it happened, I still feel like Stonebwoy pulling out a gun at where it happened. Yeah, it's unfortunate it happened at international scene, because we got the cameras,
exactly.
People are recording live,
it's
on Facebook, It's unfortunate, but I feel like if given the chance and I was in the shoes, I would do exactly the same thing too.
But that's your opinion, though.
Yes,
does that make it right?
Yeah, that's my opinion, and I'll tell you the reason why. I don't know if you can remember, like a couple of years back when he did, was it Ashaman to the Wall?
Ashaman to the Wall. His wife got stabbed,
and his wife got stabbed, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you get it. And okay, this is my opinion. I'm sure probably after that he probably was advised to probably get a gun. Which
I was recently educated that gun in Ghana is not a right, it's a privilege. So he got a privilege to carry.
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason I say so was that a couple of years ago, I left my workplace and I got attacked at night. And I was in the hospital for 2 months. Lots of people don't know that. It was pretty serious. And that was when I got to know this, because the next day when I was writing my statements and everything, the police were like, okay, what do you do? I said, okay, I work in IT, and because of the nature of my job, most times usually leave at night. It's very, very late. And then they advised me. That's the funny thing. I was advised by the CID then that due to the nature of your work, and you're not someone that does regular 9 to 5, and then due to the fact that you leave very late, you can apply for a gun permit, and it will be granted to you, because now you have a situation where you've been attacked in public. You get it, and then you get it. Luckily enough, you didn't die. You get it, and I, to be honest with you, I'm not a gun person. You get it? I know lots of people like that opportunity. They're like, hey, Charlie, now I feel flex and things, but I tell them that no, let's just leave it like that. And up to today, if I still want to, I still have my statement and I know that it will be given to me because of what I do. So I have a funny feeling that based on from my own experience, that probably when that happened, he probably was advised by the police that, you know what, since you're an entertainer, you do shows late at night, you know, you've already been attacked by, you sort to say, I don't know whether it's Shatta movement, allegedly Shatta movement.
Allegedly,
because let's try and keep it real.
Thank you for saying that.
Allegedly Shatta movement, guys, you know, and all that stuff. And then you'll be advised to say, okay, you know what, we can give you the permit to carry a gun.
Yeah.
Now, already we know that there was this radio show that he did, was it somewhere last year, where he went on air and he aired out Shatta. I think when it was like Shatta said he killed his mom and all that stuff. And the dude made it plain and simply clear that, dude, I'm not playing. You get it? He's tired of all this. You come online and then you act like we're friends, and behind my back you're saying XYZ and all that stuff. He came online, he said it. And it made him, I think that was a clear message to say, yo, dude, I don't mess around like that.
I get it.
Now, this thing happened in this thing. It's his award. He's up there getting it. Now, this is what I'm going to say allegedly again, because I wasn't there, you were not there. We don't know what Shatta was doing. If you wanted to give him the, congress and everything, I felt that first of all, you shouldn't have moved your entourage. It wasn't needed.
You felt. Thank you for saying
that's why I said
well.
that's my opinion, because I wasn't there. I don't know what Shatta was thinking as of that time, Maybe he told his guys don't come, and sometimes when you have a crowd of guys and like, oh, Kachala can handle this, so say, oh, this boy there, must make him mind and make it go. We all, So we ain't there, but this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Gets on stage already. You know that we know that the two sides, Beam Nation and Shatta Movement, are not right now. They're not really not on good terms. You get it. Let's be honest. True. So of course, an altercation came out. This is why I said, from someone being in that situation where you have been attacked before, at that particular point in time,
you're paranoid.
You're not even thinking about where you are. You're thinking first of all about safety and your safety. You get it. So yes, like I said, he pulled out the gun, which at that particular point in time, I'm sure he wasn't thinking straight. He's thinking about his own.
So does that justify it?
Yes, I would say so.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I've come online to tell you before that, fam,
right.
I'm not playing with you. I'm not. You get it? We're not friends. Don't act like we're friends in public when he's already said it before. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, during my award show or when I'm receiving my award, then you come around with your guys. You get it? Yeah, my manager is trying to, I don't know whether he's trying to diffuse the situation or actually trying to elevate the situation. How many people did Stonebwoy have on stage with him?
I don't know, man.
I'm sure less than 5. If you look at the video, or if ever less than 5 people. Okay, I'm sure like 2 or 3 people rushed over to go in. And then how would you feel? It's just you and whoever it is. Fam, if it was me, I will pull out a gun. Not because I'm aiming to shoot at you. It's to let you know that, look, I'm not here to play.
Yeah, I'm not with it,
On that level, I have to give it to Stonebwoy for showing some level of maturity.
By pulling out a gun?
Listen, by not even shooting the gun.
He can't though. But
I said he can though.
Nick, let me say this.
I have a point of view.
I'll get back to you. So here's the thing, yeah. After putting out this podcast, I've had lots of mixed reviews.
Hey.
But it actually skews towards Stonebwoy, as in people prefer or sort of understand why Stonebwoy did what he did. I'm going to read a comment. Dr. Ebenezer Lai. My real followers know Dr. Ebenezer Lai. We did a podcast, I think, back in 2017. We spoke about Nanado actually taking office. Okay. Yeah, he had some views, and then we did a podcast on his views, where a lot of people listened to that. So this is Dr. Ebenezer Lai, and I quote: "It appears that you certainly did." As in me being biased, yeah. Although I fear the bandwagon, and the bandwagon means people think Stonebwoy provoked it. So I fear the bandwagon in question is one that cannot be avoided, because it is on the right side of the issue. Shatta's actions were a clear, unwarranted, and unjustified provocation. And without it, the brawl would not have occurred in my view. But whilst this may well be the case, it cannot be lost on any objective observer that Shatta's actions, albeit provocative, the rotten and naked appeal to violence and thuggery, which has come to exist within Ghanaian music, Stonebwoy's carrying and later brandishing of a weapon in the circumstances was not only reckless and dangerous, but an embarrassment to all people of musical standing and lovers of music everywhere. Now, unquote, this is Dr. Ebenezer Laye. Now, he is a law lecturer in Northampton University in the UK.
Okay.
So this is somebody who understands law and is saying all this. So he is not actually supporting what I said in my previous podcast. He's siding with you. Say, are you siding with them as well?
He's the moderator.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Let me be very, very clear on this fact. Under no circumstance, whether provoked or unprovoked, I don't think you should ever be allowed to pull out a gun on a public platform, national television. Look, the damage we think is just I bought, so I bring our gun. A mistake. I'm sorry, but the damage you have done to the country alone, in terms of reputation, in terms of perception, it goes far and beyond.
True.
And that is where, for me, under no circumstance will I side with Stonebwoy on this issue. Look, Shatta Wale came on stage with his entourage. They were angry. What? They were coming to shake you. They were coming to do what? You to let your boys to go and shake him. Hey, more fun on here. But pull a gun. I mean,
I mean, look, to play the
now. Let me attack
the devil's advocate here. I mean, he made mention of the fact that, which I made mention in the other one, that the guy's wife has been stabbed before.
Good.
You understand? He, according to him, he's been threatened and all of those things.
Fine.
So to him, he was protecting.
Is Stonebwoy saying between he and Shatta, he also hasn't issued threats?
We don't know.
You see, for me, this issue is black and white. Okay, there are no gray areas.
Oh, they are grey.
No, I don't believe there are gray areas in this issue. Okay, the music industry is based on perception. Okay.
True.
Now, Shatta Wale is perceived in marketing terms as a man of the people, like the leader of the masses.
Yeah. Yes,
you understand?
true.
Shatta Wale's brand leans towards the average to below average earner.
True.
Mass population, you know. Shatta Wale's brand leans Rasta, you know, that kind of
popular style.
Ghetto youth.
The Saito boys all through and through.
Shatta Wale's brand leans towards that crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, throughout history, we have seen musicians with that kind of background.
True.
A lot of them, even Fela was of that kind of background. Fela's music attracted that kind of crowd.
He was a radical in his time.
Oh yeah.
Someone who just wants to he does not want to conform to the norm.
Yes.
Okay, so now that is what his brand is built on. Now, as someone who's in the marketing and advertising space, if I want to reach out to that kind of crowd with a product, I'll look at Shatta. You understand? And there are clear examples of brands that have looked at Shatta. Storm Energy Drink and a few others. They look at that crowd because that crowd, they patronize their products because of their association with Shatta. You understand? So from a pure marketing,
they do menial jobs.
Yeah.
So it works.
It works for them.
It works.
You get it? Now let's look at Stonebwoy.
Okay.
The elite dancehall artist, the Dadabi. I don't like to use the word Dadabi because Stonebwoy is not Dadabi.
He's not.
But he has carved
towards
for himself that has gone towards that lane.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the collaborations he does with the Minimans. You know,
I mean,
it's at that level.
I was listening to the Minimal collab.
That track is ish. That track is. You get it? So, in terms of music, I listen to Stonebwoy and I'm impressed.
True.
Okay, I listen to Shatta and I'm like, man, this guy has taken his craft another level.
True.
Not because his music is the best in the world.
No.
But because he's able to use his music to shake the norm.
The influence.
So there are two different.
So if what Dr. Ebenezer commented has anything to go by,
if anybody should pull the gun, it should be Shatta.
No, he made mention of the fact that Shatta Wale is, from his actions, can be said to be pushing the thuggery.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm a hustler. I have to fight for myself.
Yeah, is that good for the industry?
Unfortunately, it's not, and I would have to come in here. You made reference in your last podcast about the Tupac Biggie scenario.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that both of them were way good at their prime. You get it? They got shut down. I mean, imagine if these guys are still alive right now. Do you think the beef will still be going on? It's the same thing with Vibe Cartel and Movado. The whole Gaza and Gully faction thing. And in the long run, it doesn't. Yes, your music will sell during the short period because already there's some rivalry there. You know, I'm going to lean a bit towards the Movado Vibe Cartel issue. I watched an interview that that Movado had right after Vibes was sent to prison, and you know, I love them for one thing. Down to earth questions. His answer were 100%. That he said that he has to give it to Vibe Cartel because it was always good to have someone as a rival in the music industry.
Hold
on, let me get there. He said that he can imagine how he'll just go to the club and then he's dropped maybe some new track and then he's down here like, yo, Vibes has dropped something hot, and it's like, what the hell?
That's what I was.
He goes back into the
I think
studio.
it was Ludacris who said that. How do you advance without any opponent?
Exactly. Competition is
good.
Yeah, competition is good. But
Yeah.
you see now where the problem is, and even Vibe said it, that when all this back and forth, hearing this, he's saying this about you, saying Movado said it. He said that he's sorry that he allowed it to happen the way it happened because he's now responsible. Anything happens, it's going to be on him. He wishes that him and Vibes could have sat down to say, you know what, you got your people doing this stuff, I got my people doing this stuff. We need to find a way to let them know that we are putting all this stuff on wax, and then that's where it ends. We're not going to take it out to the streets, and then it gets all.
Yeah. So now I have something to say. So now check this out. Yeah. What did Shatta Wale actually do? Here's the thing. Okay. I look at Shatta as an internet troll. He's been trolling this dude for years, talking about his leg, Sergeant Lee, when he's performing and then he's doing his leg, you know, all that stupid shit this nigga has been doing for years. So let me just land with that. Yeah. Let me land with that shit. Look, the guy is petty. He's petty. He's trolling this dude. Now he's always been saying something that, look, you're not as gentle as you portray yourself to be. And
Come
now
to the gutter, let's play.
Now it's like, look, what this nigga has been saying all along, it's actually true, because you came on stage, and I understand the fact that he was trying to protect himself and all of that. I get it. I understand that what Shatta did led to him pulling out a gun, the thuggery, the entourage, going out,
protect himself from what?
Bit violently and all that.
From
I get
being
it.
attacked.
I've had so many conversations. It's not just Dr. Ebenezer. I spoke to Jerry Gatti Designs. Okay. I don't know if you know the
Jerry.
I was in his office, I think two nights ago. We're there till like 9 p.m. and we're talking about this thing. He also listened to the podcast, so he called me. So after work, I just passed through his office and we're talking about this, and he was pissed off about the fact that I was actually, biased towards Shatta Wale. He was pissed off because he was coming from this angle, and I'm sure we all can relate.
Okay, I want you to land because there's a point
I'm sure we all can relate to that, because this was family. This is wife matters, and we don't play with wives.
Yeah.
His wife had been stabbed back in the day.
Yeah.
Allegedly by Shatta fans. Now, once you bring family in, and this is like a rule, once you bring family in, the gloves are off.
Yeah.
I get to the point. So he would go
all out
to do what he needs to do to prove a point, to protect his family,
whatever
it is. That was his stance. But my podcast was not necessarily about emotions. That was not what I was appealing to. It's not about emotions. I'm speaking to facts, and I'm saying that look,
and that's
let's look at Shatta Wale as a person. Now, has this guy threatened anybody?
okay
Before our eyes, on social media, anywhere? No. He only trolls people. He's
and
been
that's
trolling people.
And that's where the problem is, and it's also a big menace online when you troll people. Now everybody assumes the world is a fair place. That I can go online, there's, I'm on the internet, I can say XYZ and then I can get away with it, and they say, oh, I was messing around. To you, it's you're messing around. To
I know it's bullying.
To the person you're talking to, he's not playing.
I know it's bullying.
He's not recently,
and I can respect that, because once you provoke somebody, you cannot dictate how the person is supposed to respond or react to the provocation. So I can respect that. But then you, as a person, that's Stonebwoy for that matter, you reacted in a way which, from how things are going,
you confirmed what the guy has been saying for years.
And you have the bigger thing to lose, because Shatta has lived without Shatta House. Now, this banning whole issue, that's something we'll get into. But Shatta has lived without Shatta House
for years. He doesn't give a fuck about Shatta House.
You, on the other hand, I can say, and I stand to be corrected, you want those awards or accolades or whatever.
Shatta does not need them.
Shatta doesn't give a fuck about those shit. I get to my point. And you have all these endorsements and all of that. I said in the other one that I heard he had endorsement with Adidas, with Samsung and all this shit, man. With BET, you have a relationship with BET and stuff like that. Now, would you, because somebody provoked you, would you risk all that?
Look, this is what I was trying to explain to you in terms of branding. He has to understand that he has a lot to lose.
Oh yes.
You see, because look, let me tell you something. It is a very simple law when it comes to competition. If you can't beat them,
you join them.
Thank you. But Shatta knows musically he isn't as good as Stonebwoy, and Shatta knows it.
Yo, man, Charlie, don't say that.
No, I'll say it. No, let me be honest. Shatta knows that. Look, I listen to
both of them.
I listen to both of them, and I can look. Music writing, everything, all the dynamics of a song.
Yeah.
If you compare both side by side,
you pick Stonebwoy. Not because I'm biased towards it.
No, not because Stonebwoy has honed his craft.
And Shatta hasn't.
Shatta, listen, look at Shatta's origins. From the bandana days.
Bandana from Ghana.
Shatta wasn't Shatta. Shatta has also learned. He has also transformed.
He had
to rebrand to get here. Stonebwoy from the beginning, everyone knew this guy was born to do this. Okay, from those days in Dansuman with Samini, Masa, even back then when I was young, like I was in SS and I saw. I mean, there was this thing they used to do at Tunga Park, with Samini, and he used to bring all his boys and set up a stage and just perform to the Tunga boys. And even back then, everybody knew Stonebwoy was born to do this. Stonebwoy was sick,
and Shatta wasn't.
But Shatta, from the beginning, I thought he was a hip life guy.
True.
From the beginning, he was a hip life guy.
No, he wasn't. But
Bandana from Ghana was a hip life track.
Let me correct.
That didn't go far.
Let me correct.
He had to rebrand. And when he rebranded,
at the time,
it saved his
career.
No.
At the time when we had Bandana from Ghana, me and you were kids. We didn't even know what dancehall was.
Sorry, I wasn't. I was in university, and I can remember that track.
Damn,
it was a big hit.
Good. So I'm saying that we were kids. Hip life was even new at the time.
Yeah, hip life was.
At the time, the DSTV was for the elites. Cable TV was for the
Bob TV. Bob TV.
Kind of like internet. So let's be realistic about this. It's only those people who went out of the country who knew a bit of stuff that we didn't know. Even football, all we could see was Monday.
Sports Island. GTV. Tony Yeboah. What is name? What is that guy's name?
We were
that presenter. Kwabena
We've come a long way. Let's not get this shit twisted. Yeah?
Okay.
At the time, knowledge was limited. We didn't know certain things. In a previous podcast, I talked about Raga Muffin.
I remember. You explained how Raga Muffin came out from Raga, and then dancehall came out from that because of the time. Yeah,
exactly. So
which I agree with you on. That
was
so at
the time when we were listening to Bandana from Ghana, we didn't really
appreciate
what we're listening to.
Well, I
Because
did.
at the time,
I did.
thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Good. So, because at the time, there were a few guys doing it. We're looking at Yogi Dogi, Sonny Bali, Bandana.
There were,
I get to know.
Lord Kenya.
DKB Productions, those squad.
This guy,
Lord Kenya,
TikTok was the big star then.
He died. What's his name?
Did he die?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
the guy who died.
But you,
Terry Munchaka was one who was also
Terry came after.
after.
I'm talking about when Bandana dropped Bandana from Ghana. It was Yogi Dogi, Sonny Bali, and that guy who did the Oba Fefefe Beni. Those were the guys back then. Now, Oba Fefefe Beni, we saw that. Yogi Dogi, we saw that. Sonny Bali, we saw that. And then with Bandana too, we saw that. I think Bandana was on the execution diary or something.
Diary.
That was
Hammer's team.
Hammer,
I think was an
last two, right?
last Hammer from last year. I think he did that.
That was where that
execution compilation.
But during that period, Terry was dead by then.
No, Terry
came
hadn't
after.
come. Terry hadn't started.
Came after.
Terry came after.
That was like the first compilation or EP we ever witnessed, or mixtape, if you want to call it.
Terry
that.
was after. Terry Munchaka was after.
Seriously.
Terry was after.
Terry was after.
It was after.
So at the time, we didn't appreciate what Bandana did with the Bandana from Ghana. With the attitude, the video. You remember they were waving flags, and it was a bit. That was something we're not used to.
I think he was like 17 then when he did that. He was also a young dude.
He was young.
This is what I've been trying to say.
But
I appreciate that fact that yes, we didn't. Maybe between me and you, I didn't really appreciate that kind of. Because first time I heard it, I was like, wow. I was put off. But I began to appreciate him when he went this way.
Good.
And I was like, man, this guy's talented.
So I'm saying give the credit where credit.
Oh no, he's freaking talented. I mean,
don't say
he is freaking
Stonebwoy.
He's freaking talented. But I feel it's like, okay, let me pick a classic example. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tito. Michael Jackson and Tito.
Thank you.
Fuck Michael.
Hell no.
You see? Clear example. You get it? You see what I'm saying? It's so clear.
Oh, that was harsh.
It's so fucking clear. That is what I see, and that is why I can relate with this. I feel like I put the two of them together. I like this about this person. I like that about this person. I know they're both really great artists.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I'm all about the clean music. I like, I appreciate quality
anyway
in my music.
Anyway, I was just kidding about
one track I've never understood this. Freedom. Shatta. I swear I've never understood that track.
Yeah, but it moved people.
It moves crowd.
Oh yeah.
You should see them play it at Kolego.
But you said it.
Will jump.
No, but you said it. In terms of branding,
he has it.
You see, for that Freedom track, the same thing. I don't understand it, but as you said, have you seen when people jumped? You'd be like,
oh, it's just like when Blend did that 96 track. Abewaha.
Now,
people just
there's a Shatta
gravitated towards it. It was like that.
There's a Shatta song called Thunderfire.
Now
I didn't know how big that song was till I went to Strictly Come Dancing by CTFM.
Yeah.
And the song came. And at a point it gets really low, and then when it Thunderfire, and then people
Thunderfire.
How big the song was. I didn't get it till I saw that. Now I explained again, saying that back in the day, lyrics and content was everything. Now it's not so much of a thing. I gave an example of Wizkid. What is he saying? Nothing. It's true.
Right now he's big.
Wizkid like Messi. He has talent. He has
with the
mad
flow.
talent.
Look, with the flows, and all of that.
I listen to Wizkid now.
I listen
to Wizkid now, and I appreciate him more back then.
Because now he's not saying anything, but the flow is so dope. He just
he can just dance to anything. He can do anything now.
Between the two of them, I'm more of a Davido fan, and the reason I would say so is that I can see the amount of work.
Yo, hold on, man.
For me, I look at Wizkid. You know the South African guy, AKA.
Yeah.
I look at AKA, and I feel AKA is also gravitating towards that level of
Yeah, stardom in the whole thing. Yeah, because I followed his career from when he was with was it Les?
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Similar.
how he's been
They
able
could
to-
they could do music to a level where you were like, damn. Now, AKA is getting to another level where he's like, he can just say anything and he gets away because he's AKA. You get it?
Yeah.
And that's where Wizkid is now.
Too.
So that level is, I think that's a bit too much for. We are talking about Shatta and Stonebwoy.
Yeah. So let's come back.
So Shatta and Stonebwoy is simple for me. It's very simple for me. Let me just close this here. Under no circumstance, no matter how provoked. See, my mother always says something. He says, monkeys play by what sizes,
Yeah.
and it's something I have carried in my head throughout. If a madman, you see a madman coming to provoke you here, would you also go out and fight a madman?
Yeah, I know, because Jay-Z said it. When don't ever argue with fools, because from a distance nobody can tell who is who. And trust me, that
That line is, you get it. From a distance, nobody can tell you, between you and him, who is the bigger fool. Nobody can tell. You're all mad.
Yeah.
So why do you play to Shatta's level?
Yeah.
If Stonebwoy, you appeal to the elitists, you appeal to this kind of crowd.
Sure.
Why would you dirty yourself down by coming down to play in the gutters with Shatta?
Okay.
Shatta is comfortable in the gutters.
Okay.
He was born and bred in the gutters. He
Okay.
made his money from there. So why would you now come down and play? And that is where I have a problem with Stonebwoy. I feel like, Charlie, the guy, you mess up.
Don't you think he had
No matter
he had
the
it?
see, look, let me. That's why I said something. Okay, imagine you live here, and every day a madman comes to stand here shouting, WMT. Now you know he's mad.
Yeah.
Tell me honestly, would you go out and engage him and fight him? Even a day will come when you've had enough. You will not go and engage him. You will find another way of getting rid of him.
Okay. Now,
You get it?
can
Al Pacino, that Godfather movie. Classic example.
Let me make the introduction. Well, we're just joined by Honorable Mr. Kesley Hayford. Sikpe. Charlie, say hi to the people.
Hello world.
It was so. So yeah, Sikpe is now in the building. But let's go and make some money. This podcast is brought to you by the Praetorium. The Praetorium is the perfect venue for your perfect occasion. Now they host things like weddings, fashion shows, birthday parties, town hall meetings, outdoors. Charlie, name it. Everything, they do it over there. They have both indoor and outdoor.
Who's the VGM?
VGM itself, so. Yeah, I mean they have the 600 capacity, indoor, outdoor, lawn weddings, name it, they can do it. It comes equipped with standby genset, already fitted PA system, fully nyanya, ACs. I mean that's the place to be. Call them on 0244926622 and schedule a tour with them. The Praetorium, the perfect venue for your perfect occasion. Alright, let's go.
Okay, so I was saying, monkeys play by sizes.
Okay.
You don't have to get there.
let me now explain something.
You were mentioning. Let me debunk something. You said you made a session about when you were attacked at night.
Yes.
Now tell me. Let's be honest. Given the same circumstances,
Okay.
with what happened to you,
Okay.
would you what would you change differently?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. 10 years ago when the thing happened to me, if it was going to happen again and I had a gun, trust me, I'll pull it out and I'll shoot the person.
Thank you.
Hands down.
Thank you.
Hands down.
You
But
think
now,
right?
I would think.
Allegedly.
No, if you hadn't 10 years ago, like I had gotten the permit, gotten a gun, and then it was going to happen.
You were being attacked.
Hear me out. I would not even waste time. I
You were
would air
being
the person out, and then I'll go report myself to say,
I've shot this person
I shot this
because he was trying to attack
I
me.
felt he was. You get it, and I
You
will
were being
put myself
attacked.
in.
The danger was imminent. It was
But-
there. It was looking at you.
But
right?
this was in public. This was in front of my office. It was in front of Patrick Tulumba. And
That road,
cars,
very high profile road.
there were cars when I was being attacked. So this wasn't like, oh, it was hidden
Some dark alley.
in front of the street lights. You get it. But now I'm 10 years wiser. If I had a gun and that was going to happen,
Warning shots.
I would even think I would first of all try to see how best I can diffuse the situation
Thank
without
you,
even
bruh.
pulling out a gun.
Thank you,
But
bro.
you
That
see,
is what I have been trying to say.
No, the difference
Stonebwoy
between
is older,
Hold on.
wiser,
Hold on.
smarter.
Hold on. The only difference, like I said, is the 10 years, the years apart. So now, and
The
that's why I
growth.
said,
The
yeah,
growth.
the growth.
We should appreciate that.
Now, that's why I said we know that Shatta and Stonebwoy, they've been having this back and forth thingy going on for God knows how many years. And also, it also depends on your breaking point. It differs for a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
There are certain people that you can come and everybody just wake up, hey, Jimmy, and that it doesn't faze them. They don't look at it and say, oh, Charlie, stupid guy. There's some people that you get it. And I keep on telling people, the most quiet people are the ones you should be scared of.
I'll share this video, so I'll watch this week with you
because they're the
later.
ones that the day that they snap, they go all out. Sorry to say, look at America and all the shootings in the school thing. When you look at most of the guys in profile, they say they're so quiet, they don't do this, they don't. If you look, there's all that pent up rage, and the day they decide to snap, they go all out. They don't care whether you get it. They would give everybody their share. You know. So unfortunately, and that's why I said that. You see, all the trolling that's been done by Shatta, in as much as to him, yeah, he's getting online, he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
As you said earlier on, you don't know how it affects the next person.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's why it's always good once in a while to have a meet with the person to say, Charlie, you know, say when I'm online, I'm just saying BS. Don't take it personally.
No, the guy is petty, man. He's
no, like I said, no, like I said, because unfortunately you do not want to be caught up in a situation.
Man, people are too sensitive nowadays, man.
You don't want to be caught up in a situation.
Remember when we were kids, we used to play football and you couldn't play. Niggas would tease you.
Of course, it's
Nobody gave a fuck about how you felt about it.
Well,
even if the ball belonged to you,
they also tease you.
They give a fuck. That's what we're talking about. Niggas are too sensitive nowadays. That's what we are talking about. But I want us to move into something else because there'll be new issues cropping up with the same issue. But I think we can all agree from everything that we've talked about that look, Shatta Wale did what he did and was wrong because it's cyberbullying.
Yes.
In this modern day, cyberbullying is also something we're talking about, which is not good. So he didn't do well.
Yes, Stonebwoy should have been smarter.
Because
as you said,
Stonebwoy should have been wiser.
Smarter. Because
all the good things you can actually
if Stonebwoy could have gotten out of this situation with more credibility.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if he just kept his cool, and that is what they are saying, that he lacked the emotional.
I watched the video time and time again.
Carry a gun.
It's not like Shatta was in your face. Shatta was were trying to come.
You can even
there was a block.
Away.
You can even leave. You can walk away.
Well, you know, based on the last podcast when you mentioned how Kanye came on stage and disrupted what's her name again? Taylor Swift.
What was Taylor's reaction?
To be honest with you, you see, and that's where growth is. She was quiet.
Yes.
She did not mention.
She just smiled.
She wasn't happy about it. You could see from her face visibly that come on, this is my day. You don't come ahead and then take it from me.
She just smiled.
That's maturity.
Pretending like nothing had happened. Later, she was on the Ellen show and said, "You know what?"
And she blew up.
She blew up. But
that's it.
At that point, she was calm.
Taylor
is Taylor because that action defined her.
True. But then, look.
You see,
Kanye.
If she had gone like, oh fuck no, Kanye, how dare you do this? Everybody say,
let's be realistic. Kanye is not Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale was coming with Fadama, Polygono, Nimas.
Congratulations, Stonebwoy.
And no,
what about Shaman Boys at?
So it's a bit different. But I want us to move quickly into something else. So Stonebwoy should have done better.
Yes.
He could have done better.
He should have.
I hope this whole thing blows over. I mean, they get the credit deserved for being stupid. All of them fully.
Black CD could have saved the day.
He was actually doing it, but then Stonebwoy just had to go ahead. For that, whoever was carrying the gun, who gave the gun to Stonebwoy to Charlie,
didn't try.
Fool,
even if you are the bodyguard,
that is why I keep saying. That's why I keep saying. The level of maturity from him and his own entourage was just
something else.
You get what I mean. So the thing is, Stonebwoy could have done better. He should have done better. Shatta Wale will get the credit deserved for being stupid and causing this thing for.
I mean, he needs to do another track. You watch and see.
And I mean, it's actually going on. They are doing.
You do a new song.
They've been to court. They're on bail.
They've been on court and bail, and then they're gonna have an I think 7th,
20th,
7th.
I don't know. But then the big issue here, previous podcast I spoke about it. Chatter House.
Another.
No. We have to talk about it.
Chatter House.
Talk about
They
it.
try swerve this whole thing by calling out the ban and blah blah blah. Now, this whole thing
You have to take a bit of
would have
heat
been avoided
if
they actually put in place a proper, well-structured, foolproof security protocol or detail.
Yeah.
yes, true.
But then they didn't, and now they are trying to act smart. Now, even in the first podcast, I think I remember saying that it was even a mistake allowing Stonebwoy to come back on stage 2 times
Yeah.
Yes.
after pulling out a gun. As organizers,
You don't do that.
you don't do that. Immediately that guy did what he did in front of 3,000 people, and I hate saying this, but I think I have to say it. I hate when people are saying the British High Commissioner and there were ministers there. I don't really care about that. Life is life.
Yeah.
Nobody's life is more precious than. So I hate it when I heard people like Kwame Sefakai saying there were all these dignitaries. Who gives a fuck about those guys? They're all human beings. There's blood running through their veins.
True.
Are you telling me if
Yeah,
it was
blood
just
is there,
ordinary
man.
niggas sitting around, it's okay.
It's okay
It would
for
have
him to,
been
yeah.
a less, issue or whatever it is. So I don't want to even talk about that. But hey, we still have to acknowledge there was a British High Commissioner there and all these niggas over there. Now the issue is, what was I even talking about? I got pissed
The
off.
second coming.
I got
Chatter
pissed
House.
off. I
The
got
second
pissed off.
coming.
Chatter
Yeah.
House security.
Now, with that being said, with all these guys coming over, why didn't they put in place all these measures to make sure that these things don't happen? Because
They didn't have
if
control
you
of them.
can't guarantee somebody's security, of course he's going to bring in a gun to protect himself.
True.
They didn't have control of
Are you
them.
getting the point?
To be honest with you, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
They
I,
have
I,
control.
I,
They-
I
from
give
From
you
a
an
security point
example.
of view.
Yeah.
Because
Have you watched Barbershop 3?
no,
Yeah.
Barbershop 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Ice Cube was in the shop. The guy, the 2 gangs, one was blue, one was red, right? The blue guy came to
have a
do
cut.
have a cut.
Okay, the Crips and
So
the
whenever
Well, the
he
Crips are
enters,
there, the black- the fat guy.
he takes his gun
And puts
and
it
then
somewhere.
puts it in the safe.
in the safe, so
And then
that
other guy came in. Now when the other guy came, he saw, and then immediately there was that altercation, and the guy wanted to reach for his gun, but it was locked up. And then he asked Ice Cube, "Why do you lock up my shit when this guy has his gun on him?" That's the same thing I'm saying. If you're going to take away my gun, you have to guarantee that I'm going to be safe.
yes.
That's the shit.
Yeah.
But because to me they didn't really pay attention to that side of the whole,
Yeah.
event.
They also
That is why people had to take their own protection or safety into their own hands and go with a gun.
Can I cut it?
Go,
It's
go.
also what you also said about in your last podcast that a lot of Ghanaians assume that people don't walk around with guns.
Thank you, my brother.
You raised it.
Yeah. I
And
said
in a way, I
that.
have to agree with you. There
Yeah.
are way lots of people that have guns in this country, and everybody else plays that. Oh, you know what? As long as it doesn't really bother me, I'll just look front and act like. But
Yeah.
the thing is that going forward, as they said, VGMAs. 20 years they've been hosting this, so by now they should have gotten a bit smarter
Yeah.
in terms of knowing that okay, what are the people that are what are people that are beefing this time? We can't put them sit close to each other. We have to find a way to Stonebwoy, you are bringing 5 and 2, that is it, nothing more.
Exactly.
If you are bringing you have to be searched at the door. A colleague of mine even raised it up and was like, why couldn't you never go to the Ghana military to say, okay, you know what, we're hosting the VGMAs.
Go on.
Okay, we're hosting the VGMAs. Can you give us about 50 soldiers? We pay for them, let them nice tuxedos, let them dress, and then you put them at strategic points.
I mean, George Quay said that they had security not in uniform over there.
Well, I didn't see them when.
They were not in uniform. You're not supposed to see
No,
them.
but you see, this is what I'm saying. How can apart from even when you watch the Grammys or you watch the award shows, you cannot just get up and walk onto the stage.
Not at all.
There are guys in front of the stage that would, you have to let them know before you get on stage. We didn't see that at Chatter House because
No, we didn't.
the way all the the alleged
That's why
Chatter
they
movement
couldn't
guys got up. There should be guys to be able to say, oh, okay, even if anybody's going on stage, maybe your boss because he's Shatta Wale. But you guys,
I have a big
can't let
problem with Chatter House. I think Ghana now, we allow, we take things for granted.
Yeah.
Okay, and because we do, it has affected our quality in terms of events, in terms of everything we do. Look how laissez-faire Charterhouse took this event.
You shouldn't have, because it's also a big stain on them. I mean, you're trying to create something that wasn't there before. Everybody looks up to you in terms of event organizing and how giving out the awards, and then you have this happen on your platform. If I was the one, I would feel so
And
sad.
that's why they are trying to run away from it.
No, take responsibility.
And that is
They have not
already now.
responsibility.
The awards you've given out, there are question marks over there.
To be honest with you, banning them doesn't
Maybe you tell
resolve
me
the problem.
today, say Stonebwoy say if them go take the award, then for bring back
money.
my money.
It was a tweet. Let me see if I can find
Which
it.
kind of money be that?
We want our money, you know.
Which money?
The one we take vote.
Oh, fuck that shit.
So
That
then-
one know they count.
So then
I think I say they will collect some money from the
No.
artists.
It be the people.
Oh,
them are
the
voting.
okay, they're voting
Yeah.
thingy.
So if you go strip them of their awards,
I mean, he has a
why you
point.
no go
though.
give you? Yeah,
He has a point.
a lot of people.
To be honest with you,
Yeah,
I don't think banning them was the right way to go. To be honest with you,
No,
it's like
they've lost grip of the situation. They feel they
They
have to
should
do
have-
something.
They-
but they should have just
control.
apologized.
This
And-
damage control. They should have taken, the responsibility for allowing whatever happened. They
Happen.
could have done better.
I mean,
Apologize to Ghanaians and
Yeah,
to
I've
everybody who actually went there for risking their lives.
Sure.
You
I heard there was nearly a stampede
They
there.
have to apologize for that, but they didn't.
Yeah, when the
They-
pepper spray came.
Yeah.
They would rather ban people and make it seem like they're actually,
yeah.
doing something.
Jack.
But you see,
See,
that has always
I have
been
a
the
problem
Ghanaian
with.
problem.
Yes, already there's this level of mediocrity in how we are organizing the events.
True.
There are people we are giving the awards to. It looks so almost like they were chosen from somebody sits in a couch somewhere and decides who should I give the award to.
Oh, Shatta they take him this year.
This year, make Shatta take. This another
I
decision.
think that's the
The dance all we give this guy.
Honestly, it looks it because if you are telling me, see,
if KPMG, okay, collates
that
all the votes,
if they really
then
see,
I mean we should give.
I
them
always say
credit,
this.
right?
I always say this. So, KPMG, have they ever come out
Uh-huh.
and said, these are the statistics. This is how this was done. This is how this, because a lot of the awards they give out are questionable. That is one, and that's I live at the doorstep of Charterhouse. Let's just take that one aside.
Okay.
Two, you have done this thing for 20 odd years, okay, with backing from some of the biggest brands, Vodafone and the rest.
Yeah.
It's not cheap money. It's
Yes.
not small money.
Yes.
And yet, the whole VGM is up till now hasn't evolved. It is still the same old shit.
It's true. It's true. It's
It
true.
hasn't evolved. It hasn't grown. We can't even look. No, it's so funny. It's so funny. It gets painful.
Good evening.
It's so funny. It gets painful.
I'm here
The
to
acts
present
are the
award.
same. Sarkodie, I can predict what Sarkodie will do next year again. Because he's going to start on another high ground and say, you push your support VGM.
This one
That's
there, I go talk to give shout out. So somebody's performance has nothing to do with
See.
shout out.
See,
You have to
we aspire to be, we aspire to be the best.
Maybe
We
example-
aspire to be one of the
example
best.
they-
Sure.
Can we even compare ourselves to Nigeria?
No.
No,
But Nigeria, they know they do music awards.
Then they do.
They do.
they do.
Like fights go happen.
No.
Then they do.
They do.
And they win.
No, they do.
They've been doing it every year.
Oh, almost every
I dey ask
year.
question. I dey ask the
Look,
Nigerian
I was
man.
watching the one for the movie actors, the one they did
Yeah.
last year.
I dey ask the Nigerian.
I
say,
was
music
impressed.
music
They do a
awards.
music
Yeah,
awards.
they do.
Yes,
They do.
They do.
Since when?
and it's so
this has been-
competitive.
Since
Maybe
when?
since 99 or 2000.
It's
They
so
do.
competitive. Yeah,
we have.
it's so
awards.
competitive.
There was one that who won? What's the name of this Maven guy? Was it Ricardo Banks won an award?
And it drew
And
controversy.
he drew this guy put a Kanye West. What's his name again? Olamide.
Olamide.
He got on stage and with his guys and he made it say, look, my guy Lil Kesh, he's been dropping hits back to back. It was a big thing on the
Shoki.
internet.
Yeah,
you know, from
Shoki,
that was an award.
But Shoki was the biggest track of the year.
But you see, it was kind of similar. You see, but here's the funny thing: even though Maven and what's the name? YBNL, even though they are rival on wax, it's not something that they have a beef following.
It's
But
just
you
rivalry.
see, yeah,
It's
but
just rivalry.
But you see how that was even handled.
Cool.
Olamide came on stage, couple of guys, and he picked it and said, "Hold on, that he's not really happy." Like he said, with each other, like technically trying to say, how was this thing collated? Because someone cannot drop like, and it's true. When I actually looked at it, they do drop
Serious. Yeah.
So he was not trying to discredit Ricardo Banks for not winning it, but was trying to discredit the other. How do you guys collate yourself? Because if you're saying you're giving the newest act to this dude, and my guy's been dropping hits for like almost a year, come on.
Yeah.
Explain
It doesn't make sense.
So and now look at
votes.
And now look at the growth. And now look at the growth. Look, Ghana Music Award. What did they give you? A plaque.
I think some cash.
BET. When they were, what did they give them? Each sponsor give them. Look, so they give them even cars.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, I'm going far. I'm going to Nigeria. The movie awards that I watched. I remember it because it was the same day as the Ghana Woman of the Year awards last year for Blitz.
Okay.
And that one car was another controversy. But I watched that awards because there's this lady who went to Big Brother. I forgot her name. She sings, she acts, she does it all. Big Brother Nigeria.
I don't want Big Brother Nigeria.
And she won. Hey, the following is scary.
Big Brother.
Yeah,
the following is scary. The Nigerian one,
they have followers.
They make the South African one look like baby child's play. They make the South African one look like
people get tired like that.
Hey!
Okay.
A lot of people were voting.
And the girl who won, won an award, and as part of the award, they gave her a plaque.
Beverly, is it Beverly?
I've forgotten the name.
Yeah, I think her name is Beverly because she acts and then she
sings. She can sing opera. She can do everything, and she won the award for newest discovery or something, discovery of the year or something like that. They gave her a brand new car. They gave her sponsored. Look,
endorsement deals and all that.
They were not playing.
Artist of the year. What did you carry?
Plaque.
Artist of the year.
No,
some cash deal.
Oh, something.
There is no cash.
Oh, it be like some.
Apart from bragging rights,
Yeah.
you forget something.
Some cash deal.
Okay, this one we have to.
I'll find out
for research. But artist of the year.
For 20 years. You're telling me for 20 years. You can't even give a new artist car.
For figure something.
But it's not that much. I know there's cash, but it's not that much.
I mean, back then I used to hear the kind of monies going into sponsoring VGMAs that Vodafone was giving. It wasn't cheap money, like 1.2, 1.5 million Ghana cedi.
So
it wasn't cheap money.
Yeah.
So
by organizing such a thing, publicity alone, boy, you be marketed.
I know. I understand the game.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel it's not just Vodafone that's on the ticket.
You
have others.
Yeah.
So even if you are very smart about it, how much is a car?
How much is a car? If I be tear rubber,
how much is a tear rubber car out of 1.5 or 2 million?
I think what the problem is you see, you're also trying to get
the credibility
right
is
amount of sponsors, and if you're a marketer and decide to market VGMA, I already know Vodafone is going to drop money. I'll go to Universal Motors and say, you guys, you have to drop something, even if it's just one car pair. Even if it's the smallest car, give me like a Polo, VW Polo.
And
that's what we're asking for.
An artist.
Go to CFO, ask for
and that's all. Is it black man? Make give Polo. Then you know it's on Kansas City.
The Polo small. No, but you see, Polo. Let me even defend this.
This is how we start.
It is how we start. They've never been given. They've never given them anything.
You can't walk up to a big company and say, I want $500,000 as sponsorship deal when I've not done anything with you.
Exactly. I won't give you that money.
But you see, it's a leap of faith. You say, okay, no, give me something small. Let's start.
Give me a car style that costs $15,000.
Yeah. And then if you see the publicity
$15,000. Let's be honest. Any brand manager managing a correct brand, $15,000 will be money. So he uses that for only billboard for Smithers Road Pen.
So at the end of the day, you all ball plus Shatta House.
Shatta House don't get leg start.
You all ball plus. I mean, and yeah, I have to point this thing out. Yesterday, Shatta Wale went on a rant on Twitter.
Oh really?
It was a tweet after tweet after tweet talking about Shatta House and how they handle this issue and the banning and all of that. And it was going on about Charlie. Them for accept
some of the responsibility.
You understand? But then they try cover the thing by acting all firm, and we are
meanwhile
stripping you off.
You have no leg to stand on.
Like that.
True.
You people have been doing the same stage, same background, same hosa. for years. But the same shit. You haven't changed.
But on a lighter note, yeah, somebody go on his status and he said something. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
He said, the stripping here, then strip. But the person go Shatta Wale in house go carry that thing.
That be the matter. Take him.
He know say Shatta no carry that thing go, but the person go the house there go carry that thing. Go carry. That be the issue.
If you be man,
Twitter, you have to love Twitter.
Yeah, I tell you.
no. See, Shatta House don't have any credibility.
Oh, that one too.
I blame Ghana. We settle for
the basic. I'm okay with it.
that is the
Which
part
is
that,
really sad.
look, until you work with people who understand what we do, you realize we are playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you said, sometimes, to be honest with you, I've been living here since '99. Even though I'm from both countries, anytime I go to Nigeria, I kid you not, for like 1 week, I might be away for 6 months. I go for 1 week and things have changed.
Yeah.
It is always evolving. Nobody wants to stay constant. If they've thrown this idea out today and it's done, the person like, oh, next year we have to change it up, and they're already thinking of the best way to do it.
But
you know,
Ghana,
you come back and you know, sometimes I feel like it's not hard to reach out to your fellow brothers and sisters to say, okay, hang on, you guys have been doing something similar. Give us some ideas.
Look,
People would come up to your
DSTV. Look, I've seen events in Ghana that are like, wow. 2 years ago, the last year, Great Africa Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Look, they had done it for 4 years, and it had reached that stage where they were plateauing. Like nothing new. It wasn't shaking. Do you know what the CEO did? Went to New York. The team that does New York and Paris Fashion Week brought them to Ghana.
Wow.
And said, I want to see how you guys do it, and come and help me do mine.
As you said, it doesn't cost them that much money.
And that thing, I just looked at it, I was like, damn.
That'd be dope.
And because of that, the show went
up again, and they got their ratings, they'll get that sponsorship, they'll get everything, because now they're doing something different.
And Shatta House are telling me of all these plenty events companies that host BET and MTV.
No, they can't.
You can't go to them and say, Charlie, come and turn my show around for me.
You people there inside. When Men's Gold was doing a partnership with BET, you people suck up.
No, but Men's Gold's problem.
Go bring this.
Men's Gold's problem. Men's Gold had plans. Xylophone Media, they had plans.
They had plans.
I'm actually not trying to talk about
I know,
Men's Gold
but
right now.
I blame his methods. I blame his methods.
He had good plans.
He was going to build some huge fantasy dome-like thing for event. He had so many plans.
The dude was projecting Ghana, and I mean,
but he did it, Charlie.
Unfortunately,
but on the more serious note, Charlie, what are your last words with?
Shatta House.
About this,
For me, Stonebwoy is simple. Charlie, you shouldn't have stopped solo.
True.
That is it for me. Shatta did what Shatta does.
Shatta was Shatta.
Shatta was Shatta.
Thank you, my guy.
You decided to stoop and enter the Shatta reign.
Yeah, man. It's almost like a bewitch up.
Exactly. That's what I thought. That is where Stonebwoy must come out and say, you know what? I mess up.
I mess up.
Yeah.
And
But
next time,
Shatta there, he will rant, he will rain, he will do Shatta fire.
Then get down. Then get down.
It will not change.
Bulldog them they laugh am.
Alright.
Oh, follow will laugh him.
Nick, any last words?
Right.
no, it's. I just pray that the Ghana music, it evolves, because to be honest with you, for the past couple of years, it's like things are just like on that level, not just on a local level, but I really want to see a whole lot of Ghanaian music out there doing stuff with international acts, not just sorry to say, doing stuff with Sarkodie and then the big boys in Ghana to just like what Stonebwoy did, went to go meet Beanie Man. I want to see more of those kind of collabs. At the end of the day, you get Beanie Man fans that have never heard of Stonebwoy. Now they've done a collab, like, yo, who's this guy from Ghana? I want to hear his stuff. Before you know it, you're also getting more fan base from Jamaica. Now, if you want to do a show out there, it's not a problem, because people feel you. They're ready to. And that is why I have to say Mr. Easy, I have to give it to him. Because he tried it in Nigeria. Nigeria refused him. He started off his fan base in Ghana. Now he knows that no matter where he is, he will always come back here and people will give him 110%.
Exactly.
I heard that he's now doing stuff with East African guys because they like his music over there. So he's going according to the trend of where his fans are, and he's trying to make sure that he opens up
touches
his-
base with all of
I
them.
wish a whole lot of local Ghanaian artists, not just the rappers or the hip hop guys, also the R&B music is big. The money, there's so much money to be made. You get it. The more
Thank you, my guy. Thank you, my guy. Wait, you got something to say?
Yeah, big boss. I also pray. This thing hasn't done a lot of harm than it's.
Well, the harm has been done. Oh.
Yeah. I'm talking for Stonebwoy because.
Endorsement deals and things.
Oh no. Yeah, endorsement deals. The guy has really worked. He has really come far, and for this thing to be tarnished within some seconds, Charlie. I don't know. But then I hope he will be able to bounce back. He will be able to be appealing to our eyes once again. But then going for a charter house, I think they should just sit up.
They need to step up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is Views Podcast. You had 3 guys air their views. They came to the platform and they said what they had to say. If you also want to be on the platform, kindly send us that email, viewspodcast@gmail.com, and who knows, you may be on the platform to air your views as well. Once again, this podcast is brought to you by the Praetorium, the perfect venue for your perfect occasion. Give them a call, 0244926622, and they'll help you with your needs. My last words, Charlie. I said what I said in the previous podcast. I still stand by it, but I've been educated. It's only a fool who doesn't change his mind. I'm not really changing it, but it's true. Shatta must take part of the blame, and not just take the blame. I mean, he should be punished for what he did. He's inciting thuggery and all those things, and Charlie, all those things should be kicked out of our music. The young ones are looking, and Charlie, we want a safer Ghana for all of us.
Yeah.
And I hope the security agencies are also going to really take them up on this, so that it serves as, a warning for all the people actually thinking about it. That's it, isn't it? So this is Views Podcast. If you listen to this and you liked it, good for you. If you didn't like it, good for you as well. We are only here to express our views. Thank you for listening. If you made it with us this far, thank you. Go on Twitter, on social media, actually, @Views Podcast. That's all you need to type, and you can interact with us. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Love God, love yours, love all. And we out.